A bitch is back and cuter than ever, barefaced, slick back pony, ready to give you guys this review on the new KKW beauty line. Now here's the thing. Is KKW beauty really good, or is Kim Kardashian just trying to take our money? I really didn't feel like, oh my god, Kim Kardashian is coming out with a makeup line, I need to buy everything. I'm not that type of customer. I'm more like, I gotta save my coins a bit. Like, just because you got money don't mean that you don't gotta be smart with your money. Unless companies are sending me shit, then I'm gonna, talk about it. But recently, I just been really wanting to give my own thoughts on whether or not companies, products, or the overhype collections that are coming out, like, is it really worth the money or not? We have the beauty gurus that, talk about the reviews, but nobody is really checking to see if these products are Latina approved or not. Ever since Kylie came out with her line, Kim Kardashian was like, okay, bitch, me too. I saw when she came out with the little polvos, like the shimmer polvos, and then I saw when she came out with the lip glosses. I honestly wasn't impressed. I didn't want to order the lip glosses, and I didn't want to order the powders because I just honestly thought that it was overhyped. I'm not saying that the product wasn't good, but it was just, I have a shitload of makeup. I don't need to hoard like shitty makeup or shit that I'm not going to use in my everyday life. When she came out with her concealers and she came out with her contour sticks, I was just kind of like, I don't know. I don't want to buy it because y'all know, like, I too have been a victim of the beauty industry where I order something and it's shitty, and now my ass gotta return it, and I gotta go to the post office and fucking return it and get my money back. I just don't have time for that. I just want to look sexy in my makeup, and I just want to use my products right away. Let's go over packaging details because I'm sure you guys have all seen it. And honestly, I really love her packaging. I fuck with Kim Kardashian so heavy, don't get me wrong. Whatever I say about her product don't mean that I don't like her, or don't mean that I don't like the Kardashians or the whole family, because I fucking bow down to them. But when it comes to makeup, we can't really beat around the bush about pushing a product and it's shitty product. Eventually people are going to find out that it's a shitty product, because if a product is really good, people are going to be using it every single time in their makeup collection. Like, oh, I'm about to use this moisturizer. You guys know me, I'll be like, oh, I'm about to wear this Chanel powder. It's so bomb. I wanted to try out multiple products. So the products that I ordered were the powder and contour highlight kit in the color medium, and the kits come with multiple products. So the powder contour kit comes with the powder contour, obvio, no? And it comes with the brush. Retails for $52. I also ordered a concealer kit. So the concealer kit retails for $80. And in the concealer kit, you get a brightening powder, a baking powder, and you get a concealer. You also get 2 brushes. When you purchase it, it pretty much goes based off of your color. So it has the list of the concealers right here, and depending on whatever concealer that you choose out, they're going to pair it up with the color que según te va a hacer match with the brightening powder. And okay, it's fucking confusing, I know. And what I did to kind of reference the colors that I was going to get was watching that video that Kim Kardashian did with Mario, where he was doing the concealer demo on her. For the concealer kit, I chose out color number 5. So color number 5 paired me up with number 2 brightening powder, and paired me up with the number 2 setting powder. The powder on its own, the baking powder, is $18. The liquid concealer is $18, and the brightening powder is $18 as well. Honestly, all of the products are $18. I literally just realized that. So I guess if you add up everything, 18, 18, 18, 18. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, $90. Okay, so you save $10 on the bundle. I ordered 2 contour sticks, an extra concealer on the side because I was scared that the concealer kit that I ordered wasn't going to fit me. So I was like, let me just make sure to order 2 that I think might fit me. I feel like that's the only way to be able to see whether the colors are going to match you or not. And then it's not going to leave you sad like, fuck, I knew I should have ordered number 6. The good thing is that I'm the one spending on the products. So y'all just wait for me to review the products for me to tell you, bitch, don't buy the fucking powder. Wait for me to spend the money, so that way I have to deal with all the drama and the money spending. And then I also ordered the KKW and Mario collab eyeshadow palette. I really love the packaging. It's so nude and it's so Kim K. I love that it looks very sleek and it almost feels like designer makeup. I feel like I have a huge spot in my heart for Kim K, and I really, really love her looks and I love her fashion and everything. So I just, as a collector, because I do collect makeup, I'm excited to have a part of her makeup collection in my makeup collection. I'm gonna do my makeup like as if I were to be doing my makeup normally in my everyday life. I think I'm going to focus on face and skin and just do something subtle. I don't think I'm going to do wing liner just because I want you guys to see what the products look like on their own. The foundation that I'm going to be going in with for today is the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk. This is a really thin formula foundation because when I did try out the concealers, they were a little bit on the thicker side. You guys know that I love to use the Bare Minerals concealer because it still feels like skin. But this concealer, the KKW concealer, gave me like a Tarte Shape Tape vibe. So that's why I'm just going to do a thinner base foundation. So that way I feel like the concealer will work best with the foundation, that it matches good, because not all concealers are going to match your foundation. So a lot of the times the reason why people don't like their concealers is because your foundation is too full coverage, or maybe your foundation needs to be lighter coverage, because if your concealer is full coverage, typically you should use a lighter coverage foundation so that way you just don't feel caked on. That's why I'm going to take this step today. That way I'm able to see how well the concealer works, because when I used the concealer, I was using a stick foundation. So I just felt so fucking caked on. And you know, I saw a lot of reviews on the concealers and stuff, and the reviews that I saw were James Charles and Nikki Tutorials, and you guys know that James Charles and Nikki Tutorials are like glam queens, like YouTube glam. That's different than in-person glam, and I'm more of a in-person glam, which is why all of the beauty gurus love the Tarte Shape Tape, and I just don't fuck with the Shape Tape. Like, I just don't. They were talking about how the concealers aren't full coverage enough for them, and for me, I was just like, this is too thick. So, you know, there's just different opinions, and you guys need to watch people's reviews on them that match your style of makeup. That's where you get confused, because a lot of the times people watch people's reviews, they order shit and they're just like, well, you know, this person said that it was good, but you have to understand that y'all have different style of makeup. So tampoco my makeup isn't natural. I use a shitload of product. I'm gonna do one concealer on one side and then another concealer on the other, so that way if you guys feel like you're a 5 or 6, you're gonna be able to tell which one is going to be your shade. I will tell you guys that it does oxidize, so you know, just keep that in mind. If my foundation looks like it's a little bit dark, it's because this foundation is low-key oxidizing and I haven't gotten a tan in a while. I ordered number 5 and number 6 concealer. It doesn't look too different, but yeah, my color is number 5. But let me just show you what it looks like. So it is pretty thick for my liking, which is surprising because I was like, you know, I was expecting it to be less coverage porque todos estaban diciendo que, oh, it's not full coverage enough. But I'm like, how much more full coverage y'all need? So this is number 6. And they do oxidize. And also keep in mind, I do have dry skin, so you know that has a lot to do with it. Can you guys see it? It's literally like changing right in front of you. So I'm just gonna go ahead and blend this in. Yeah, you guys, the coverage is there. I swear it's there. It blends out really nice, and I love that they have yellow undertones. Number 5 is more yellow than this side. This side is more of like a golden undertone, so if you want to be a little bit more tan, you guys can use number 6. Again, it just depends what kind of look that you're going for, but these do blend out really, really nicely. They're not as dry as Shape Tape. It's just a little bit similar because I use the Bare Minerals Bare Skin. So the Bare Minerals Bare Skin is more of like a gel formula, and this one's just more stickier. Yeah, it blends beautifully. Can you guys see the difference between color? I mean, they both look cute, but I like number 5 better just because I get more of a highlighted effect versus number 6 is more, I'm not really trying to go for the highlighted look. Some people like that look and there's nothing wrong with it. So this is just for you guys to reference to see what color you feel like will match you, but I'm just going to go ahead and put some of this number 5 on top of number 6, and then I'm just gonna put it everywhere else. But this concealer is looking really nice with the Giorgio Armani. So if you guys do decide to get this concealer and you're not really feeling the kickiness, or if you use Shape Tape y no te gusta and you really want to try out this concealer, just use the concealer, like I said, with a light coverage foundation. So before I go on with the powder, I'm going to show you guys the contour sticks. And you guys, I'm obsessed with the contour sticks just because it's so user friendly. So I have medium, I know it's medium 1 and medium 2. I chose out 2 colors because I just really wanted to make sure that I have the right one. So this is, it literally just says medium. It doesn't say medium 1 or medium 2. On the bag, it did say medium 1, medium 2. Well, okay, let's just see. So this is, I'm pretty sure medium 1 because it's lighter. But notice that it just blends out so pretty. It's so pretty. So this one is medium 1 and this one is medium 2. They both blend out beautifully because I've used them a few times. Sorry, but I just had to try it out before I come on here and, you know, do a first impression. So I like to go in with both of them because the first one, medium 1, I kind of use that as like, okay, let's just bronze up a little bit. Mira, it's so easy. So what I do is just I kind of apply this así, and it just glides on. I'm not going to use her brushes. I don't know. I just like to use my own brushes when it comes to trying out products. I think they did an amazing job with this formula. And you guys know that I am obsessed with the Chanel Soleil Tan, and it's like a mousse textured bronzer kind of thing because I like to do my contouring with cream. It's just really easy to use. This is something that I'm actually picking up in my makeup routine. And if I'm picking it up, it's obviously because I like it. And it just gives you that dewy glow. And it blends out so easily, so you can't really tell where the cream contour starts or finishes, which is dope. I'll for sure repurchase these. I'm gonna go in a little bit more with the darker medium because I like to do a bronze and then I like to do more of a contour. So I just bronzed and this one's more to contour. So you can get that snatched look. Now I'm gonna go ahead and I gotta do like a cream highlight. So I've been recently obsessed with the Anastasia Liquid Glow because you guys know that I like to do my liquid glows before I set my powder. I think this is in the color Perla. So I'm just going to apply this here. And just be careful not to put a lot because you think you're not putting any, but you really are. I'm feeling so glowy right now. I'm actually living for this look, you guys. Okay, so moving on to the powder. This shit is tiny as fuck. It does have a pink undertone. It's very, very, very lightweight. This is what the color looks like. So I do love that it has some color in it because my Chanel powder that I use does have some pink undertone to it. So I don't mind the pink. The first time I used it, I wasn't really obsessed, but I don't think I put on enough. So I'm just going to put on a shitload of this right now. The only thing that I did notice was since it's so thin formula, I had to keep using and keep using it and keep using it for it to really, really dry up my oil on my face. But this time I'm going to put a shitload. Para ver. So we will see right now. And my Chanel powder viene con mucho product. But obviously my Chanel powder is so much more money. It's $52, but that shit lasts me a very long time. I guess it's cool that they do small amounts so that way you're able to try out the product. Maybe al rato van a salir con bigger sizes because this does retail for $18. $18 compared to $52. It's kind of like, I mean, you know, you're really paying for what you're getting. And then I'm just gonna set everything else. But I really do love that it's a thin formula. So no vas a estar ahí hella powdery. You guys know I don't fuck with the Laura Mercier. And right away, this isn't a Laura Mercier type of powder. I just think the last time I put it on, I didn't put on enough. And it was also the type of foundation that I was using it with. The type of look that I'm doing today is, I would say, more skin-like. So it is more Kim Kardashian. I'm using these products like the way that they marketed them. They didn't market them as glam, gods, YouTube guru. They promoted it as Kim Kardashian sexy skin, bronzy eye. So with products, like the way that they market them, I'm going to use it the way that they market them because that's the way you got to use it. I'm going to go ahead and dust all of this off. Right away, I noticed when I'm trying to dust everything off, it almost looks patchy, like it grabbed onto the concealer and foundation kind of blotchy, because with my Chanel translucent powder, when I go like this, right away, se quita. I don't have to keep doing this, you know? And then you can't really tell exactly how a powder is going to sit until you've set it with setting spray, which I'm going to go ahead and do later. I don't know. I'm not obsessed with how the powder looks on my face. Let's just keep going because I can't really tell you right now. So to contour my face, I'm going to go in with the contour kit. It comes with two highlighters up here at the top. It has a more pink tone highlight and then a more yellow tone golden highlight. You also have a bronzing shade and then you also have a contour shade. Now there's a difference. This is to warm up the face and this is to contour, which is what gravitated me towards this palette because I normally do that. I bronze and then contour. Contouring is not bronzing. Bronzing is not contouring. I'm scared to add more bronzer because I'm pretty bronzed already. But for the sake of the video, I'm going to go in with this shade right here. And I am using a Morphe E53. Okay. I think literally this is the only color that I'm going to go in. I'm not going to go in with more contour because I'm scared to just look crazy brown. But it's blending cute. Again, you don't really need too much powder contour because you've already contoured with the cream. Feel me? Yeah, that's a really pretty bronzing shade. That's super pretty. So now I'm going to go ahead and do my brows off camera and then I'll be right back to get into the shadow. Alright, so let's just get into this palette right here. I think it is so pretty. And you know what? I really appreciate that they have this shade right here. Although I would have liked for this to be a little bit more yellow. I love when they put in shades like this because, bitch, I need a matte shade for my under eye brow. Or sometimes I just want a nice matte on the lid. Sometimes I'm not trying to do something crazy. I don't really feel the need to swatch them because I just feel like swatching is different than application on the eye. So what's the point of swatching them? I could do more looks for you guys. Depending if I'm obsessed with this palette, then I'm going to pick it up on my own. Always like to set underneath my brow first before anything. So I'm going to take this color right here. And we're just going to set underneath our brow. It does have some fallout, but honestly, I'm not the type of person to mind fallout when it comes to matte shades like this because it's like I can just clean it up, you know? This shade does have like a pink undertone. I think I would like something a little bit more yellow because it's kind of casting a little bit of a white, pinkish kind of vibe. So now I'm going to go in with this shade right here into the crease with a MAC 224. Now that I'm applying this brown, I really am not liking that shade that I put underneath my brow because it's just too bright. It's too pink undertone. Do you see that? Like, do you see what I'm talking about? Like, it's just really bright underneath. Okay, I mean, the color is blending out nicely. They are feeling a little bit on the dustier side than a cream because I'm used to using the chocolate palette, and those shades right there are a little bit more creamier. Now this transition color is pretty intense. You know, it's just one of those transition colors where it's like, okay, you're gonna get a smoky eye even if you try to make it a light colored eye. I'm trying to figure out if I want to go in with that same color with just a more tapered brush, so we'll just do that. I'm gonna take that same color. You guys know I'm gonna do the same process that I like to do. I always just use a transition color, and then I use that same transition color for the crease. But I am going to go in with that burnt orange just to smoke it up a bit. But it's looking cute. It's just that that shade that I put underneath my brow is really throwing me off. Like, this isn't a color that I'm going to pick up again. So now I'm going to go in with this shade right here. This little burnt orange brick color we have going. And I'm just going to kind of drag this here too, like this. So I'm going to go back in just to kind of blend everything out. I'm getting like chalky type of shadow feel. You know, most eyeshadows in the makeup industry are like that. But I will say that the Morphe Jaclyn Hill palette, that one is a more skin-like textured shadow. I'm going to take that bronzed color, this one right here, and we're going to put this on the lid. Ooh, this color is really pretty. But again, you can't really, sorry, this is how I take off my mocos when I have my makeup on. You can't really go wrong with bronzed shades. Like, bronze shades are going to be pretty, but no, but this one has like a cool tone to it. I'm going to take the transition color that we used at first. I'm just going to drag this on my lower lash line. And then I'm going to go in with, I kind of want to go in with this shimmery shade, but I don't know if it's going to fuck up my look. Fuck it. Let's just try out the shade. I'm going to go in with this burnt burgundy right here. I'm just going to drag this right here. It's on the outer corner of the eye right here, just to smoke it out. And I'm going to bring it like towards the middle like this. Okay, so for the inner corners of my eyes, I'm going to go in with this really pretty gold right here. This is my favorite inner corner brush. You guys know, Morphe M506. I'm going to go ahead and apply this highlight to see how it goes on, because I was about to do my lipstick and I can't apply my lipstick without putting highlight right here, because I just feel like it makes me look cute. Alright, for my highlight, you guys know that I live for this MAC 240S. It is a little dusty. Like, it's not the creamiest highlight in the world. You can even see when you pick it up on the brush, it's a little bit patchy. Usually when a highlight powder is really, really creamy, it's going to look really seamless on the actual brush. It just does make me look a little bit gritty. You know, those highlights that make your skin look textured. That's kind of what it is. So I went ahead and applied my lipstick, my lashes. The last product that I didn't put on was this brightening powder. This is too dark for my liking, but I'm just going to show it to you guys for the sake of the video, so that way I can say that I used every single product, so you guys are able to see how it looks on camera. You know, según que it's supposed to obviously brighten. That's what a brightening powder is for. It's very thin, but I really do wish I would have gotten a shade lighter. But let me just go ahead and let me just put it on anyway to see how it looks. I guess now that I'm in full glam and I'm seeing how this looks with my full glam, I guess the pink doesn't look so pink. Like, I really feel like this shit hooked up my face. I feel like it almost blurred my blemishes almost. I guess I'm just gonna apply it to any area where I highlighted. I think I'm living for this powder, you guys. And I wasn't even going to put it on because the last time I had put on the brightening powder, I felt like I looked darker. But it was probably the process. You see, I like to try out products twice to be able to give my full-on thoughts. But I feel like I'm living, bitch. The fuck? Alright, so let's just take a quick second to admire this face really quick. What are you guys thinking about how my makeup looks? I feel like the brightening powder really did bring out my look. Seriously. So pretty. I'm loving the lashes too, bitch. Okay. So my final thoughts on all of the KKW beauty products that I bought. Is it Latina approved? That is the main question, obviously, which is why you guys are here. Let's start off with the contour powders. I really do love these two shades below here. I don't like the highlights. The highlights are really obnoxious because it's going to make your skin look textured. It looks cute with the look right now, but it's not a highlight that I would be like, damn, I'm so excited to use the KKW highlight from the contour kit. No. And I really do like how it looks sleek and it just looks so cute. So if you guys have that extra money to purchase the powder contour palette, don't get the kit. You don't need the brush. But I really do think that this color right here, this orangey color, is very, very unique. So Kim K, if you can make these individually, I feel like people would really appreciate purchasing these individually, because if there is a color in here that you do need, for sure is this one right here. It almost reminds me of Uninterrupted by MAC, but a more orangey tone. So it's super appropriate for summer. Since summer is coming up, I feel like that is a must. And as for the concealers, I really do like the concealers. They're full coverage. They're very glam. I feel like they're not as thick and obnoxious as the Tarte Shape Tape concealer, so I would prefer to use this over the Shape Tape. I do feel like this is the product that you guys should check out. Again, it's because I'm obsessed with the products that I already use on my own, but I feel like I would use these again in my makeup routine if I'm trying to do a super glammed out look. For the baking powder, I'm not too excited about the baking powder. This isn't a powder that I would pick up again. I mean, maybe I should give it a few more tries, but this is my second time trying it. Usually with powders, it's either a hit or a miss. But let's just say if I ran out of my Chanel powder, I would probably use it, but I wouldn't recommend for you guys to buy it. It's really not that big of a deal. As for the contour sticks, you guys, I'm obsessed with these. I would recommend for you guys to get two shades, one to bronze and one to contour, because look at this shit. It looks so seamless. It blends out beautifully. If you're a pendeja at makeup, dude, this is for you, because anybody could blend it out. Before, I used to use the Chanel mousse bronzer, that mousse textured one, but I'm going to start using this one from now on in my makeup routine, because I don't really feel like there's a product out there like this. There are contour sticks out there, but they're just so thick and just so nasty, and this just does not interfere with your foundation. It doesn't matter if you do a full coverage foundation. It doesn't matter if you do a light coverage foundation. These are always going to come through because they're very silky. They're not patchy at all. So yes, these are Latina approved for sure. For the eyeshadow palette, I'm really not impressed with the palette. The color selection is pretty, the packaging is pretty, but I'm really fucking irritated with this color right here. I wish that this color was a little bit more yellow tone and more skin-like. The formula, you know, they blended well, but you guys, I have a thousand other palettes that I would rather choose than to use this one. So I would just say save your money on this palette and go get yourself the Jaclyn Hill palette, the one that she came out with Morphe, because it's a better formulation and much more affordable, and you get so many more other shadows. So for sure, I would pass on the palette. And then finally, the brightening powder. You know, this one actually shook me a little bit, because the first time I tried it, I wasn't too crazy about it and I felt like I needed a lighter shade. But now that I'm looking at it, this is pretty light. It's enough to brighten, because again, you don't want to use a super light shade where it's like, oh shit, you know, she looks white as fuck. But surprisingly, this shit made my makeup look so bomb. Like, I felt like it was just that little extra umph, and it made my, ¿cómo se dice aquí? What is this called? It made my under eyes look so seamless, and it just gave me a airbrush effect, like a Facetune in real life. Like, you know when you Facetune underneath? I do recommend this one. As for the brushes, you guys, like I said, y'all have your own brushes. You don't need to be spending $18. Or if you want to be extra and you got the extra cash and you just want to have it in your little collection, go right ahead and buy it. But for the most part, those are the ones that I approve of. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I recently also purchased the Body Lava and the little puff ball that everybody's been talking about, the one that is from Fenty Beauty. So that's going to be my next beauty review or whatever, because that shit is expensive as fuck. And the person who actually persuaded me to buy it was my sister, because she's like, dude, I just ordered the body lava. And I was like, oh, well, you're ordering it too, bitch? Okay, then I think I need to buy it too. I think I'm gonna take an outfit of the day because my makeup is cute, I'm feeling cute, and I haven't been peinándome all week. But I just clipped in this ponytail. This ponytail literally comes through, you guys. This is from Luxury for Princess. If you're lazy but you're still trying to stunt on the hose, this is literally the perfect hairpiece that you need, because all you do is slick back your hair in a regular ponytail, clip this shit in, wrap the little strand around it. I have a tutorial on this hairstyle from like years ago, before I wasn't a senora. That completes this video, you guys. Thank you so much for subscribing. I noticed that my subscribers have been going up. I've been noticing, y'all. I promise that I have some sick ass giveaways coming for you guys. Again, I'm still trying to get in the groove of this makeup video and the editing and the talking and the makeup and the mess, but I promise it's all going to be worth it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys all in my next video. Bye.